that our membership figures stood at 769, 800 and 700. Listen properly.
Hello, hi, Yabu. Let's go. Greetings to all you loyal viewers for always supporting, viewing, and subscribing. Yeah, thank you for that. And if it's your first time viewing, thank you also for taking your time, your valuable time to take a chance to view this channel. Thank you so much. And I hope that the material that we have, the videos that we have probably have viewed have been a help, have been a value to you. Because as always, what's the point of subscribing if you don't see any value? What's the point of viewing if you don't see any value? I mean, I'll understand if, let's say, you want to be entertained. Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of channels for that. But to view a retail investor show, I think you really are hoping to find value. And I hope that also that when you view or when you watch, you are gaining value, that your hope gets to be realized. In this channel, I seek to provide and help retail investors, beginner investors, and as I've said that sometimes institutional investors with the research, with the information, with the education on what is happening on the JSE and hopefully soon also on the NYCE and like international stocks, the American stocks, or even other countries. But for currently, the focus is only on JSE listed companies. And this information is not shared just vainly to show that, okay, oh, this guy knows more about the JSE. Nah, but I provide, it's like a tip off like something is going to be happening and not a whole lot of people know about it. So if you know it firsthand, you get to capitalize on that information. I hope it's understood. I mean, I don't even have to say that like, oh, I'm not a financial advisor. Like, come on, I think you're much more smart to know that you like, here I provide research. That's what is important. And today I'll be discussing Purple Group. Purple Group is the company that owns Easy Equities. Easy Equities is the famous stockbroking app whereby you can buy shares. And it's also available in Capitec. I'm not advertising Easy Equities, not at all. If you had bought Purple Group shares in June 2025, by now you will have gained 88%. So if you had invested 1,000, you would have gained about 880 in profit, in capital appreciation of your shares. So that's more than 10 times better compared to having your money in a fixed deposit account in a bank. You know, headline earnings are those earnings that a company makes from its core business practices. So for instance, ShopRite isn't a business of retailing food. So ShopRite buys food from these suppliers, for instance, Tiger Brands and all the other brands, and then they resell it to the consumer. That's ShopRite's core business. But ShopRite can also, through its monetary activities, can also lease property to other businesses in a complex or in a square whereby, like, I mean, there are customers or like there are other shops. So ShopRite can earn money from rental income, but that's not part of its core business practices. So that wouldn't fall under headline earnings. So headline earnings will exclude that part of rental income. So the point is, headline earnings are what the company is, the money that the company makes from its core business practices. I'm just gonna do it with another company now. So Pep is in the business of selling clothing. So if Pep decides also, let's say, to offer or maybe also, let's say, rent out part of its business to other businesses. That's not part of its business. It's just an addition to its field of income. Or let's say for you as a person, you might be, let's say, working as a shop attendant at Pick and Pay, for instance. But also you make money on the sideline by borrowing people money and charging them interest. So that's not part of your like headline income or headline earnings. It's just an extra side hustle. So headline earnings exclude all the side hustles, but provides a picture of the core business uh, activities where the business earns cash. Hope that's very understandable. And the basic earnings per share are those earnings that include every way the company makes money, whether they receive a bonus from the government, and it includes everything. So the reason why the distinction is important is because it helps give an insight to how is the company actually performing based on its actual performance. Because in the statements, the revenue the company generates is much more complex, because the company doesn't only make money based on its core headline earnings. Sometimes the side hustles might be in let's say in a given year, the company might receive so much money from its side hustles compared to its core operating activities, where it is the core business money making activities. So that's why the distinction is crucial. Okay, because I don't want to go into lengthy discussions, just for a background information education. So Pebble Group released yesterday a trading statement about, it's like a view of how much are they expecting to earn for the month of August, because Pebble Group end year is 31 August. So they're about to release their financial statements by the 17th of November. Yeah. So they're expecting their headline earnings and basic earnings to increase by between 133% and 153%, between those percentages. Why is this important to you? It is important, number one, because on the day of the release of the trading statement, Easy Equities jumped by, or I beg your pardon, Purple Group jumped by 4%. Yes, as a matter of fact, it closed, the share price, which is selling at about 2 rands, closed by 4%. So that was a huge increase. And secondly, if the company's revenues, profits increase, that's going to attract a lot of investors. And thirdly, as I always say here in this show, I provide the tips. And now this is a tip for you to be aware that the share price of Easy Equities, because of Pebble Group, is going to be, it might surge because Pebble Group is also making cash on its income statement or on its business activities. So just be aware of that. Understood? Misunderstood? Yes, no? Let's go.